Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below what hero you want me to use next. Alright, today we're talking about a hero that I feel is super underrated and deserves way more love, Novaria. Why is Novaria so underrated? As a solo rank player, I truly believe that vision and map awareness are the keys to winning games. And guess what? Novaria provides all of that and more. She's like a walking radar for her teammates, constantly feeding information across the map. All three of her skills can grant vision. When you hit an enemy with her second skill, you not only deal damage, but also reveal their location. And even if you miss, it's still a win, because you can safely check bushes from a distance. That alone can save your team from ambushes. Now, the real question is, will your random teammates actually look at the map? Hopefully yes, because every time you use that second skill to scout, your team gets valuable info on enemy positions, and that's a massive advantage. Knowing where enemies hide and move can completely change the outcome of a game. Plus, Novaria can move through walls using her second skill, just like Ling, but way easier to pull off. The key is to always keep your distance. She's insanely strong from afar, but super squishy up close. If enemies get near you, that's usually a one-way ticket back to the base. So always keep an eye on the map, maintain your range, and rain down shots from a safe distance. That's how you dominate as Novaria. Now let's talk about the real deal, the build that makes Novaria shine. Because trust me, once you get this setup, you'll feel like a literal sniper mage from another dimension. So the first item I love to go for is magic boots. Super simple, super effective. The moment you get them, you can start spamming your skills nonstop. Novaria's whole playstyle revolves around timing and skill usage. And those cooldowns are everything. Magic boots make your vision uptime higher, your pokes faster, and your combos smoother. You'll start hitting those skill shots more often, and it'll feel so satisfying watching enemies panic from a distance because you keep tagging them again and again. Then, for the second item, we go for the Enchanted Talisman. This is the must-have item for every serious Novaria player. You'll notice early game that your mana runs out super fast, especially if you're constantly using your second skill to scout or poke. Enchanted Talisman completely fixes that. It gives you everything you need: cooldown reduction, mana regeneration, and solid magic power. Once you get this item, it's like flipping a switch. No more running back to base just because you're out of mana. You can now stay in lane, control vision, and harass the enemy endlessly. The third item, and one of my favorites for Novaria, is the Glowing Wand. This item is literally made for her. You see, Novaria's second skill and ultimate apply damage over time, and Glowing Wand just amplifies that beautifully. Every time you hit someone with your second skill, they start burning. And it's not just a small burn, it's that annoying slow roast that melts them down gradually. What's even better is when you poke tanks or bruisers, you're not trying to one-shot them, you're trying to burn them. Over time, you watch their HP drop while you're just chilling behind your front line. The burn stacks up so nicely in teamfights too. Your enemies will be on fire, literally and mentally. After that, I go for the Wishing Lantern, a solid all-around magic item that gives you both damage and sustain. This item feels like a comfort pick. It gives you that extra burst of magic lifesteal and movement speed, which helps you kite enemies even better. You'll feel smoother when repositioning, and that lifesteal actually helps you survive poke exchanges. Remember, Novaria's main weakness is being caught, so anything that gives you a little bit of survivability or movement speed is a huge win. With this item, you can reposition fast, keep poking, and even survive smaller fights instead of running away. Now, here's where the fun really starts: Lightning Truncheon. This item just transforms your damage. You'll feel it immediately after you build it. Every time you use your first or second skill, the Lightning Truncheon passive triggers, releasing chain lightning that hits multiple enemies. Combine that with your huge range, and you can poke entire teams before they even reach you. This item also synergizes perfectly with the Enchanted Talisman. More mana equals more passive damage. The moment you land your second skill through a wall and it bounces to 2 or 3 enemies, you'll see the HP bars just vanish. It's satisfying, it's flashy, and it's pure Novaria dominance. And finally, to top off the build, we go for Divine Glaive. This is your armor shredder, your tank killer, your no one is safe anymore button. By this point in the game, the enemy tanks and supports are stacking magic resist to try to stop you. Divine Glaive says nope. Pair it with your glowing wand and lightning truncheon, and even the beefiest tanks will start running from you. This is where Novaria's full potential shines: massive poke damage, huge vision control, and unstoppable burst. So let's sum up the flow of this build in-game. Early game, your magic boots and enchanted talisman help you stay active and spam skills. Mid-game, the glowing wand and wishing lantern give you sustained poke and better positioning. Late game, lightning truncheon and divine glaive turn you into a full-on death laser with armor penetration and AoE burst. It's a perfect balance between utility, vision, and insane power. And you know what's funny? When you play Novaria with this build, you'll start noticing how much easier your games feel. You won't always get the MVP medal because your job isn't just damage, it's information. But trust me, your team wins because of you. You're the reason your teammates don't walk into bushes and die. Well, most of the time. You're the reason your jungler knows where to rotate safely. You're the reason your enemies are constantly guessing if it's safe to step forward. Now, let's talk about the playstyle with this build. Novaria isn't a hero you spam buttons with mindlessly. She's a thinking hero. You're always watching the map, predicting rotations, and setting up plays. You don't need to chase kills, they come to you naturally. When you're poking enemies from a distance with your glowing wand and lightning truncheon combo, you're already winning before the fight even starts. The key is patience and timing. Wait for that perfect moment to use your ultimate. Preferably when enemies are grouped up or when you know their mobility skills are down. When the fight begins, use your second skill from behind a wall, line it up, and boom, hit them where it hurts. If you land your combo right after your ult connects, you can delete squishy heroes instantly. It's one of the most satisfying feelings in the game, watching their HP drop while you're standing miles away. Positioning is everything with Novaria. You never ever want to be the frontliner. You want to be that mysterious mage that enemies can't even reach. The second they try to dive you, you go through the wall, reposition, and keep firing from a safe angle. With the wishing lantern and magic boots, your movement feels fast and flexible, so use that to your advantage. And that lifesteal actually helps you survive poke exchanges. Remember, Novaria's main weakness is being caught, so anything that gives you a little bit of survivability or movement speed is a huge win. With this item, you can reposition fast, keep poking, and even survive through smaller fights instead of running away.
So, as a solo ranked player, you always need to stay safe, even if you're losing early. With Novaria, you can always make a comeback in the late game. It's all about patience. Sometimes, the system just throws you curveballs. Maybe your jungler's tilted, your gold laner's feeding, or your tank is farming jungle XP like he's the carry. It happens, bro. That's solo rank life. But you've got to stay calm and play smart. Novaria gives you tools to recover from any situation, and that's what makes her amazing. Even when your team is behind, you still have control over the map. Your vision keeps you and your teammates safe. You don't need to chase kills, you just need to control the information. That's your power. Think of it like this. While everyone's panicking, diving into lost fights, you're the one with the map awareness to turn things around. One good bush check, one perfectly timed ultimate, and suddenly your team gets a pick, secures Lord, and the whole game flips. And trust me, I've had games where everything seemed lost. Like 5 minutes in, we're already down 3 turrets, my jungler's flaming in chat, and I'm sitting there thinking, alright, time to switch to full defensive Novaria mode. I just start playing safe, giving vision non-stop, and waiting for the enemies to make mistakes. And they always do. You'd be surprised how many teams throw a lead just because they don't respect your range or your map control. Remember, your second skill can scout from such a long distance that you can gather info without ever risking your life. Every time you reveal someone sneaking around, that's value. You're creating safety. You're creating space. Now, let's talk about one thing I've noticed lately. People picking Novaria as a roamer. And you know what? I actually like the creativity. I've seen some players pull it off really well. Vision alone is a game changer, and her crowd control from her ultimate can be used to peel or disrupt teamfights beautifully. But here's the catch. If you're playing solo queue, it's risky, like seriously risky. Because if you go Roam Novaria while playing solo, your jungler is in big trouble. Enemies will invade, steal their buffs, take their jungle camps, and boom, your jungler falls behind instantly. And once that happens, the snowball begins. So, if you're going to go Novaria Roam, make sure you're playing in a trio or full squad where communication is on point. You need teammates who actually understand how to play around your vision and damage output. If they follow your lead, it's unstoppable. You'll be able to track enemies, predict ambushes, and set up ganks with precision. But if you're playing solo, mid lane is absolutely the safer and smarter choice. It gives you the freedom to farm, control objectives, and rotate based on your own decision-making. You don't have to rely on anyone. You can farm safely under tower, use your second skill to check both sides of the jungle, and still contribute to every fight by providing vision. Plus, as mid, you have easier access to both top and bot lanes, so you can always support when your teammates overextend, which, let's be honest, they will. If your team is feeding, your job is to stabilize. Don't go and die trying to save a losing fight. Instead, use your skill range to punish overextensions. Novaria's late-game scaling is disgusting. Once you have your full build, you become a literal turret that shoots from the next country. You can snipe enemies before they even reach the fight. Now, a lot of players don't realize how much mental control Novaria brings to a match. If you've never tried her, now's the time. Practice lining up those walls, learn her skill timings, and once you master her range, you'll realize just how broken she can be when used right. If you enjoyed this Novaria gameplay and learned something new, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and comment down below what hero you want me to play next. It really helps the channel grow and keeps me motivated to bring more fun, smart, and entertaining Mobile Legends content for you guys. So if you made it all the way to this point, you're a real supporter. Drop the word Nova in the comments so I'll know you made it till the end. And thank you so much for watching the full video. You guys are the real MVPs. Remember, vision wins games, distance is power, and with Novaria, knowledge truly is damage. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.